So you watched the short video called Our Connected Culture. You got a chance to see the different ways that we communicate through digital media and to see both positive and negative relationships that occur through online media. Let's do a quick review. What are some of the ways that people connect and communicate to each other through digital media? And there's many more that you guys are aware of. I want to bring you back to that question that we watched before this short video. The question that said, how do your words and actions impact people online? Well, if we think about all of the different ways that we are now connecting, there's a lot of words being thrown around. Most of the words are positive and add value to our lives, but occasionally there's words that are thrown around that can be destructive or hurtful. And we want to talk about how do we communicate in an online digital environment in a way that's appropriate and helpful and adds value to people's lives. And we call this online ethics. So I want you to take a look at the following questions and have a discussion about ethics and online ethics and what that looks like. And then think to yourself, am I being ethical online? Now we're going to do an activity that I think will help us understand in a deeper way how our words and interactions online affect people. In this activity, your teacher will be setting up an ethics coordinate grid, much like the one that you see in this image. As you can see, there's an x-axis that says helpful on the right and hurtful on the left, and an y-axis that says intentional on the top and unintentional on the bottom. Your teacher will then be reading you some scenarios. After each scenario, I want you to think about the actions of the characters in that scenario, and then I want you to think about whether or not the actions were intentional and were their effects hurtful or helpful. And then I want you to place yourself into the different quadrants to show that that's what you decided. So let's take a look at an example that we have right here. The first scenario is about two girls named Kayla and Marcy. Kayla and Marcy don't like Amy, the new girl at school. They send some texts to friends at school spreading information about Amy that isn't true. They make comments such as, I heard she was kicked out of her last school, and the guys love Amy and I know why. Word gets around to Amy about this and she feels terrible. She wonders who said these things. How could someone say these things when they don't even know her? How is she going to fit in now? So, as you can see, the students within this grid on this example, they position themselves within the quadrant that's represented as intentional and hurtful. Because I knew that those two girls, Kayla and Marcy, intentionally sent those messages, and it was very hurtful to the new student. So what we want you guys to be thinking about is what are the ethics of the character, of the different characters, and how harmful or helpful were they to people? And then make that connection with your own ethics and how you are online or how you use digital media to communicate to your friends. Are you intentionally hurting people, or are you helping people intentionally? Are you unintentionally hurting people and you don't even know about it? These are things I want you to think about. And so hopefully you go through this activity and get a deeper understanding about your actions and your words and how they affect people in an online environment. Well, I hope you enjoyed this activity and now have a deeper understanding about how ethics plays a large role in your interactions online and whether or not they're positive or negative, helpful, hurtful, intentional, or unintentional. Now I want you to take a moment to write your own scenarios about interactions that have happened online or with digital media. Now this could be something that personally happened to you or to a friend or to a family member or something you saw on TV or the news. For the first scenario, I want you to write one where the characters are intentionally harmful to somebody in an online environment. For the second scenario, I want you to write a scenario about characters who unintentionally are very helpful or encouraging or positive in an online environment. When you finish writing, take some time to share your different scenarios and discuss whether or not they were helpful, hurtful, intentional, or unintentional, and how that relates to you in our school and our community. Remember that the point of this lesson is for you to think about your interactions online. Are you being ethical? Are you being helpful and not hurtful? Are you intentionally or unintentionally harming someone or helping them? It's very important to think about how what we post, write, text, or upload might affect the lives of others. Your decisions can harm others, whether they're intentional or not. So it's up to you to make ethical decisions that are positive and benefit others, build friendships, and ultimately build a better online community. And lastly, make sure that you tell someone, like a trusted adult, a parent, or a teacher, if you feel that in any way you are being harassed or bullied in an online or digital media environment. It's important that we know so that we can help. Thank you guys for participating in this activity. I look forward to seeing positive and healthy interactions online in the future. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you out with anything.